Polish powerhouse, the strongest man on the planet, dominator, 100% machine, a really laid-back person who was a badass in the martial arts. These all words explain Mariusz Pudzianowski. After breaking world records in weightlifting and strength, he stepped into the martial arts for destroying some cocky rats. He is famous for instilling fear in his opponent's heart, just like Mike Tyson does. This video will delve into the achievements of Mariusz Pudzianowski and will discuss his legendary martial arts fights in detail. This national pride of Poland has exceptional power in him that makes him win the title of the strongest man on the planet 5 times, breaking the record. He started his training at the age of 11 and participated in a Polish weightlifting competition at the age of 16. Since then, he has been unbeatable in the field of strength and power. He was famous for participating in the Polish Strongman Championships, where the participants had to pull a 40-ton truck. Once, he ended up losing the first position in the competition. That was a shock for his fans. When someone checked the truck, they found the handbrake was on. His history is full of these kinds of incidents that tell us how much brute force this humble entrepreneur has in his body. After breaking all kinds of records in championships, he stepped into the martial arts, which resulted in a round of applause from his fans. Here, he is not just breaking the records, but also the faces of his opponents. His first fight told the world he was not here for a civil fight, but a street fight where his strength and speed are dominant over everything. You could see the size difference between these two people. Mariusz Pudzianowski is just like a hammer here, who started pounding on his opponent as if he were a nail. He initiated the fight with low kicks on the legs of the opponent, causing cheers from the crowd. Eventually, his hands started working too, and the opponent crumbled on the floor within a few seconds. Turned around, he had a lot of plans, but one punch of Pudzian was enough to surrender him to reality.
Look at Materla, he looks fantastic. He's really put some timber on, hasn't he? And I have to say that Pudzianowski has cut weight. He looks like a 25-year-old guy.
In May 2022, an interesting fight happened between Pudzian and tattoo parlor sponsor Michael Martella. Now, the fight was interesting because one person has spent his entire teenage and adulthood building muscles and strengths, while the other one spends his energy making tattoos on his body. Okay. The fight was tense, as both were staring at each other with steely determination. Talented but still hungry, Pudzian is becoming bored with this warm-up.
That in a long time, not since KSW 39, really.
And he even threw out a little feint with the low kick as well at the beginning of the fight.
So,
the Museum of Tattoos must be shocked by this action. Just imagine being punched by a bulldozer who used to flip cars for fun.
danger, probably, of being on the rocks is over for both fighters. They've settled into this, but just look at the meat and the vein.
Michael must be surrounded by vets, asking them whether he is crumbled by a man or a truck. His hope of being the intimidation winner crumbles faster than he thought. With just one punch, the ultimate fight of style versus strength finishes.
Seesaw that's going to change in an instant.
Well, Pudzianowski there's the technique. Chop the legs and look above it.
A lot of champions believe that Pudzianowski could be defeated by an African dune, but their hopes crumbled when the African was lying on the floor, all defeated. Here, Pudzianowski proves that Pudzian is the synonym of strength. Oh boy, the African man must have seen each muscle flexing of Pudzian when he was punching him. The African gorilla turned into capuchins as the stone won here.
silni. Walka Adamka to było coś strasznego, jak można zepsuć hymn.
Czekamy, Mariusz spokojny, Mariusz skoncentrowany, Mariusz, tak jak mówiłem.
Famous fight, Mariusz Pudzianowski versus Butterbean. Both are old-age people and have their strengths and weaknesses. But we all could see the size difference, and everyone must be wondering how...
Mieliśmy 200 kg i strasznie mocna ręka. Już Pudzianowski dostał lewą i jeszcze raz dostał lewą.
Powinien po tym lewym prostym Mariusz schodzić w nogi.
Must be wondering how Mariusz is going to take down the heavy and bulky Butterbean. Oh boy, there is no chance. But then this happened.
Pierwsza klasa, wejście do nogi, jest Mariusz z góry! Ależ kaput, ależ ciosy!
Jeden, drugi, trzeci, czwarty. Tylko żeby nie zapamiętać.
It is the perfect confluence of a strong man's strength and a fat man's lack of agility. The end of Bean reminds me of an old quote from a movie. Help, I'm a turtle and I can't get up. It is 2012 and Bob Sapp is at the mercy of Pudzianowski. They stare at each other, giving each other silent warning. Let's see who will fulfill their warning.
Bo może nie trwać długo.
Rozpędził się Pudzilla z początkiem tego pojedynku, kolana!
Okay, Sapp must be thinking, shouldn't we suppose to keep it gentle in the beginning? But Pudzian shows he knows nothing of gentleness. Sapp...
Pudzian atakuje. Blender patrzy, czy nie przerwać tej walki.
I must say thank you to all these people for saving his life. Otherwise, Pudzian was not going to stop soon.
Musi uniknąć obrażenia, przecież 21 maja następny występ w Australii. I co? I znów nie wiemy, czy Pudzianowski...
Is Elon Musk in this competition? I think, like us, he has also spent a large amount of his life watching Pudzian's strength in different competitions, and now wanted to see this champ destroying the faces of his opponents. Anok, yes. It is so cute of Najman coming to the center of the ring and trying to take charge of the fight. Meanwhile, Pudzian is thinking of his fighting strategy. A lot of people sit...
Ale mocny low kick w jego wykonaniu! Kłopoty Najmana!
A w tej chwili próbuje chwycić Najmana. Low kicki, to wymyślił Mirek Okniński.
in front of the TV thinking they will enjoy snacks while watching this fight. But even before they could swallow their first bite, the fight was over.
Koniec walki! Mariusz Pudzianowski! Wielki!
The referee tried to pound on Mariusz's arm to stop him, but end up asking, what was my fault?
No ale przede wszystkim pracować ma lewy prosty, który szlifowany był tam przez Roberta.
He has a smug smile on his face, teasing Pudzian. So he has had enough of this cocky smile and aimed to rip it off.
Łukasz głową w lewo, w prawo, kiwka, przeród, przechwycenie nogi. Ma Pudzian to, co chciał.
Kopnięcie na korpus, takie, które łatwo...
At last, Pudzian threw the person on the floor and started beating cockiness out of his opponent.
Nie więcej.
Trochę poniosła chyba fantazja Jurasa, bo zdecydował się na takie techniki, które są...
It is a second round's clip, where Pudzian is giving a full-on beating to Dzierkowski. But his real beast came out in the third round when arrogant Dzierkowski didn't even feel like shaking hands with his opponent.
Najwięcej czasu, 4 minuty i 20 sekund. Trudno będzie, żeby Łukasz to przetrwał.
Ale to jest chyba takie...
That Pudzian is a beast in the ring. But he is a totally humble and sweet person outside of it. Although he didn't manage to enter into UFC or other biggest competitions, he had a legacy of strength. I hope you have enjoyed these fighting scenes. Do share your thoughts in the comments section.